At least not until that night. It's not even that dramatic. What happened that night though? Is this when the shift occurs or did it already happen? I don't know. She was wandering the corridors of the castle. So she lives in the castle. Is she royalty? Is she servant? I don't know what's happening. When something glinted in the torches lining the walls, as though there was someone waiting for her. A dagger in their hand, ready to pounce. Okay, these are really long sentences. So somebody's trying to murder her. Finally, someone's acting on their instincts. I mean, hopefully she just lets them stab her because that's what she wanted, isn't it? She stood unmoving. Like a slight shift would set off a grenade beneath her feet. Did they even have grenades in this universe? Apparently, they have charted the oceans, so I guess they would have grenades too. I don't even know where this takes place. Kingdom of Tizor. Fiction. Sweat crawled down her neck, just like sweat's crawling down my neck right now. Ooh. Splattering on the stone as her heart was punching against her chest, her bones rattling underneath her skin. Oh, we're on the last page now, so we're getting near the end. Can you feel it? She jumped when the warning bells bounced off the stone walls, like the clanging of pots and pans in a bustling kitchen. Okay, so their warning system is still bells. So they're not that advanced. How did they chart the oceans? How did they invent grenades? None of this makes any sense. She could hear the knights in their barracks, unsheathing their swords from their scabbards, ready to take down any threat. So, is she the threat? Or is she just scared out of her mind? I don't know what's happening. She turned to flee, but was trapped by a numbing grip on her arm, twisting her around to face her attacker. So somebody is trying to murder her, and they have probably broken into the castle, and that's why there's warning bells off. In the flickering flames. I love that. Flickering flames. Okay, the alliteration. She could see that his teeth, okay, so it's a dude. His teeth were stained black, as if he had been using them to grind coal. That's gross. This guy's got some rotten teeth. The sneer on his face awoke a dormant rage inside her, her blood burning blue in her veins. What does that even mean? Burning blue. Okay, so a blue flame is actually hotter than a red flame. So maybe what I was trying to say was that she was really boiling, raging hot rage. In that moment, she was blinded by the darkness. Okay, how are you blinded by darkness? You're blinded by light. It's dark. You don't get what? Or am I trying to say it was so dark that she felt like she was blind? I don't know what that means. She was blinded by the darkness of his heart seeping through his skin. Darkness of his heart seeping through his skin. So he's oozing black blood from his chest? That makes no sense. Blinded by the darkness, you can't be blinded by darkness, of his heart seeping through his skin. How does your heart seep through your... Is it blood? Is he bleeding? Is like... I don't understand. And she vowed to rid these lands of this dark plague so that Tizor would be able to bloom once again. What? What? I don't know. Okay, I think what I was trying to do here was show that there is a darkness and it has physically manifested into this shape of a man who has been cursing the kingdom, so to speak, and she is the only one who can fight against it because she is good and full of light, I think. But that whole thing, I mean, the description of this darkness dude is, oh my god, darkness dude. I'm not gonna call him darkness dude. This darkness dude is just, it's terrible. Like, I don't even understand what's happening. Girl, to my past self, what were you thinking? This is terrible description. I don't understand what's happening in this story. So when she felt the darkness, okay, there it is. Darkness dude is actual darkness. Curl around her heart that's full of good intentions. She reached out with every ounce of light in her to fight back. Called it. But also what? There was like no reference at all about her light and this darkness. Okay, you know, whatever. But her light was easily consumed by the darkness. Oh, plot twist. She can't fight back. A total eclipse of her heart. Yeah, I made a reference. Total eclipse of the heart. I cannot believe I made a okay. No, I can believe I made a reference, okay? Duh. I think by the end of this, I was so done with this story that I really just wanted to write something fun. A total eclipse of her. So her light has just been eclipsed by the darkness. She's donezo. Oh my god. She reached out once more. This time with her own darkness. What? What darkness? She only has light. I was there. And her attacker disintegrated into ash. Wait a second. She has her own darkness. She used it against this other darkness and turned him to ash. So she is the evil one, and maybe she's the bad guy. But who is this darkness? Maybe the darkness is just a symbol of her own darkness that has just consumed her. Slipping through the cracks of her fingers, forming mountains beneath her feet. It's a lot of ash, girl. And even though she became a part of the plague that haunted Tizor, her heart and soul were still full of good intention. And she intended to fulfill her vow to rid the kingdom of this darkness. But if she's been consumed by the darkness and is a part of the plague, then her heart and soul isn't full of good intention anymore, or something. I don't even know. Only now her heart would bleed black just like the rest of them. Wait, so does that mean all the citizens of Tizor turned into demons and were bleeding black, but were paranoid and thought she was a demon because she was different? Or I don't know what's happening. Wait, so they all have dark hearts now, but she still has good intention in hers? No, that doesn't make any sense. Because even she could not resist the pull of the darkness. What? What is this story? I don't think I was ever proud of this, but wow, okay. This story makes no sense. Well, I try to make sense of it. But like, no. Well, I mean, no. No, this story doesn't make any sense. I don't even know what's happening. There's a lot of just like exposition, and then there's stuff happening and you don't even know what's happening. So good job, pass me. Good job, pat on the back. That was bad. Okay, like the writing itself was bad. The story didn't make any sense. These characters, I'm so confused. None of this was thought out. I mean, that wasn't so bad. I feel like it's a lot better than some other writing that I've done. I'm pretty sure, I mean, that was my first assignment. The whole point of the course was to improve my writing, so maybe other ones are better. I would hope other ones are better, but I think I'd still have the same reaction. I'd like to think my writing's gotten much better since then, but I don't know. It's been roughly 2 years since I wrote that and read it, and it wasn't horrible, I guess. I think like the idea was there, but overall it didn't really come through the way I wanted to. Like, you know when you have something in your head and you're like, oh my god, but then you write it and it's not good. It doesn't come out the same way. Or like when you think of something and then it comes out of your mouth and like it just doesn't sound right. That's probably what happened here. I'm really trying to justify my bad writing, but the truth is, yeah, my writing was bad. That's why you keep writing, so you can improve, and so you can, and like looking back on your old writing is really good because you can see where you kind of had issues. Like, it didn't make sense, it wasn't coherent throughout. Would I ever revisit this piece? No, I don't think so. I think this is something I want to throw away. It's not something I feel like I can improve just because it's so convoluted. There's just so much there. I don't really want to think about it, and I really didn't think about it then, and it's just too complicated to go through this. I would have to start anew, and it'd be completely different, and I'd probably give the characters names. I mean, I might use the Kingdom of Tizor. Like, I feel like that's a pretty solid name for a kingdom. Maybe this whole light versus dark thing. Definitely a common theme in a lot of fiction, so I'd probably write something with that. But overall, not gonna touch that one ever again. That one is definitely going in the I'm not gonna look at it again. Yeah, so actually this has been pretty fun. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this story, about my reactions about this video in general, and if you would like to see me read more of my writing, then give this video a like, and if you want to see all of the other stuff that I do, then hit subscribe. I had a good time today reading this, and I really hope you enjoyed it too. I will see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.